Hello and welcome to Topham Chats, the show where I chat to various members of the Roosterteeth community. My guest today is LovelySins, or Jordan. Hey Jordan, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. So let's start as I always start. Roosterteeth or Achievement Hunter?
Achievement Hunter.
Okay, and why Achievement Hunter?
That's actually how I found Rooster Teeth was through Achievement Hunter, through their fails of the week videos.
Ah, okay.
So,
So fails of the
yeah.
week. Did you see fails of the week and be like, this is cool, I'll see what else they do?
Well, yeah, kind of. I had come home from work and my sister had been watching like tons of them and she showed them to me. So we just sat there and we watched like 100 episodes of fails of the week or whatever. And then like a couple days later, I started researching more and I was like, I want to see more. And I found then Rooster Teeth, and then like a week later joined the community site.
100 episodes, though, that's loads.
Yeah,
That is,
it was a lot. Like we didn't.
so
I mean,
much.
not
And
like
there's no variety as well, it's all Halo.
it was all Halo. I know, but I was big into Halo at the time, so it was entertaining. I mean, because they're not like super long episodes or anything.
No,
Well, they
they're
weren't.
not.
So we just like sat there just watching video after video. It probably wasn't 100. I'm probably exaggerating, but you know,
Yeah,
we
one of
watched a
those
lot.
things. Cool, so you said a few days later you got into was it the community site, or did you just watch others of their videos? And
Well,
then...
I had watched others of their videos on YouTube, and that's when, like, a few days later, I found the actual Rooster Teeth website because I wanted to find more Red versus Blue. Because that's when I started watching Red versus Blue. I was super late to the Red versus Blue game. And it said find more at redversusblue.com or whatever. So I did that and it led me to Rooster Teeth, and that's when I started looking into their website and realized it was a community site. And I debated about it for a little while, but I just was like, why not? And so I just jumped straight into the community site, and yeah.
Oh, cool. So, just taking a step back, a tiny little step back. Was it just a random episode of Red versus Blue, or was it one of the first?
It was one of the earlier ones.
Okay.
It was kind of random, but it was still one of the earlier ones. I don't remember what one, but yeah.
Fair enough. So, let's continue on with the videos, then we'll step on to the community side of things, I guess. Come on, Bray, we can do this. You found Red versus Blue. Do you watch all of the Achievement Hunter stuff, the Let's Plays, and all of the Rooster Teeth stuff as well?
I do watch all of the Let's Plays.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say I watch everything Achievement Hunter, mainly the Let's Plays, just because I don't have enough time to sit around and watch every video. But I do watch most of the Rooster Teeth stuff as well.
Okay, cool.
Like the shorts and stuff.
Yeah. So, do you... I guess... How long ago did you join the community site?
It's been a little over 2 years. My 2 years was in May.
Okay, cool. So that must mean that you had joined the community before Ruby was even announced, actually.
Yeah.
It was announced at RTX 2012, wasn't it?
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Yeah. So, I'd assume you'd watch Ruby as well as RVB.
Oh, yes. I watch actually Ruby more than I watch Red versus Blue.
Okay, that kind of answers my next question as to which one you prefer of the two.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love Red versus Blue, but I like the earlier seasons better.
Yep.
I feel like they've kind of drifted away from like the initial purpose or the initial like thing that they were doing, and so I've just kind of lost interest in it. So I dove straight into that as soon as it came out. I went nuts.
So let's step onto the community side of things. How did you find your place in the community? Were you as someone who posted a lot of journals and tried to interact with people there? Did you go into the forums? Did you go into chats? Did you join groups and play games with people? How did you, I guess, get your start?
Lots of time in the forums. Just talking. Like, I went through every day I was scrolling the forum to go into. Just to start talking to people, because I figured that was the best way to get involved.
Yeah, the forums are lots of people. So.
And then I started looking, and then I started looking more into groups, and that's when I started posting journals, and then it all just kind of grew from there.
Cool. Yeah, there's so many different ways to interact that you can miss whole groups of people if you don't interact with every aspect of the community. And yeah, it seems very not. You don't need to be particular about which area you go into. You're always going to find people that you can associate with, but it's a very intricate community to interact with.
It is. It's a very intricate, and it's very, very big, so it can be very confusing and scary on where to start. Like, it can just be intimidating on, like, where do I start? Like, how do I get involved? So that was my issue, was I was just like, I don't know where to start, and I just saw the forums, and I figured this was, because of how big and intimidating it was, I figured I'm just going to stick with the forums, and that's how I'm going to try and get involved.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I saw someone who was like, "Oh, I've just got a computer." Like, this was yesterday. They're like, "Oh, I've just got a computer." I was browsing the Everyone tab, as I do frequently. It's like, I've just got a computer. I've got Minecraft and a few other games. I want to know if anyone wants to play. And he has, like, I don't know, 12 friends or something like this. I see it. I'm just like, we're playing Minecraft tomorrow night. Please join us. I want to play with as many people as possible. And it's always just great to see, like, just a random post somewhere and just be like, come join, come play with us. Just have fun. Just, like, get them to really experience what we see in the community now, not necessarily what we saw when we started. I guess I kind of wish that when I joined the community originally, although that was nearly 7 years ago, that someone was like, yes, come play games with us now. But
yeah,
I wished that when I'd started, there was something like that. But it was all just a way that I interact with the community. It wasn't exactly the best way to go about it. But, like, especially with, like, experienced members of the community, just reaching out to people and being like, yeah, come and play with us, and just being open about things, it's pretty wonderful, really.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I love seeing, like, posts for just, like, random posts and, like, giving it a thumbs up to hopefully, like, interact with them or get the other people to see, like, them, so that everybody's kind of, like, involved, you know?
Yeah, it's always interesting, like, when you click like on something and you're watching the Everyone tab, and then you see loads of your friends and people you watch, like, them like this picture you liked. It's like, oh, well, I kind of feel responsible for that, especially if it's someone that's, like, not got many friends. It's just like, at least I've done something that I feel happy about. It's just, it's a very interesting way that the community site works.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, it's changed a lot since, like, the 2 years that I've just been a part of it, because that whole thumbs up thing was not a thing when I started 2 years ago. So it's very cool that they did that, so that, you know, we can get other people's stuff out there.
Yeah, definitely, because it was +1 cool.
The mods and stuff.
I know them all, but they just escaped my mind right now. Anyway, let's keep moving on.
Okay.
So the community is awesome. Have you been to any community meetups? And you're in California, so are there many groups where you are that you can locally interact with?
No, I've actually been looking for, like, there was, like, one California group, and it hasn't been active in I don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
And so there aren't any, like, meetups or anything around, at least in my area, that I've seen. And I actually haven't been able to find anybody else in San Diego that's, like, a Rooster Teeth fan. Like, even on the website, I haven't really been able to find anybody that's, like, in my area that's, you know, on the RT site or anything like that. So I haven't been to any meetups. I did go to RTX, but that's, I mean, I guess you could count that as, like, a big community meetup in a way.
That is a big community meetup.
But yeah, no, nothing in my area, unfortunately. I look for it, and I would like to start one, but the problem, I just don't have time to, like, manage that full time, and I've got, like, I just have a lot going on, so I don't have time to, like, start, like, a California group or anything like that. That's actually active, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. I completely understand that. Like, I'd love for there to be, like, more things going on, but I'm not the person to do it. I know that I'm not the person to do it. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing. So, you said you were at RTX. How was RTX for you?
RTX was awesome. It was very hot, but it was a lot of fun. And there was a lot going on. There was just a lot of things.
Oh, okay, cool. Was it great to just put... I don't want to say put names to faces, because on the site you've got names and faces, so it doesn't really matter. But was it great to actually be able to...
It was...
I don't want to say touch people, because that sounds maybe inappropriate,
It was
but...
great to put... Like, because they're on the other side of a screen, so sometimes you forget that is actually, like, a human being. So I could say putting names to faces is the perfect way to do it, because you're putting the internet name to the person, because a lot of times they don't match up. So it was a very, very, very nice experience to actually meet people from the community, like, in person. Because I know for me that I forget that that's a human being on the other side of the screen, because you're just looking at words all day. You're not actually talking. You're, like, seeing the person. If that makes any sense at all. I don't know.
Totally makes sense to me. So, yeah. I just really want to go to Arctics just so I can meet so many people. I was actually shocked the amount of people that were just like, oh, I didn't get into this panel, or I was queuing for hours for this panel. I'm just like, that sounds absolutely atrocious. That doesn't sound like something I want to do at all. I'm just like, oh god, that sounds also daunting. I just want to meet people and just like go and do things with people rather than just sit around.
That was my initial reason for going, was I mean, because I saw the amount of people that were going to be there and the amount of people that I wanted, like, just like a bunch of people that I wanted to meet for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I met people that I weren't even actually friends with on the community site, which was very cool. So I made more community friends in person, and then we became friends on the site, which was very, very cool. So yeah, main reason that I was there was to meet people from the community. Like, it was cool to go to some panels and stuff like that, but I didn't want to spend all of my time waiting in line. And so I saw, like, 2 panels, but I spent most of the time on the floor, and I got to meet some really, really, really cool people. And I was, like, a few feet away from the Game Grumps, and I almost had a heart attack, which is cool.
Awesome. Those guys are awesome.
I love them so much. Didn't get to meet them, and I was so upset, but I was close to them, and I saw Danny's Jufro, which was great.
Nice. I've been watching their Super Mario 3D World playthrough.
Yes.
And that's been making me laugh so much recently. It's like, short 10 minutes every day to just make me giggle.
When you're done with that, I highly recommend that you watch their Mickey Mousecapade episode. It's a one-off. It's the funniest thing I have ever seen from them. It is hilarious.
Nice. I think I will check that out. Cool. Have you got any events that you're going to where you get to meet up with other members of the community?
Well, I will be going to New York Comic Con with Raph in like 2 weeks or so. And so I'm hoping to meet some people from the community there that might not have been at RTX, or that I might not have got to meet at RTX. So I might actually post about that and see if I can arrange some sort of meetup or something, because that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's already the event on the site for it, because there's going to be some cast and crew there, I think, if I'm not mistaken. There should be something about that, but that'll just be meeting up. But there'll be people at their booth, so like you'll get to meet people there. So that's always a good thing.
Yes.
You said it's going to be in 2 weeks. I'm probably going to put this out just before the weekend that it's coming out. So
that's true. So
very, very soon.
Yeah, I'll be in New York.
Woo,
so
New York.
Yeah, I'm in New Woo!
Cool. So let's, I guess, step away from the community stuff for the moment and talk about... No, let's go back to the community stuff, because I forgot one thing. The Spread the Love group, a group where we just spread, I guess, positive messages. What's your role in the group?
I post images and articles every Thursday to make people smile. I kind of, it's kind of like the pictures. I just like to post things that'll, like, hopefully give people a smile at the start of their day, or if they're having a bad day, they see it and, you know, they're feeling at least a little bit better.
Cool. Yeah, I get to post on Mondays for Music Mondays and just be like, here's some music to give you an uplifting start for the week. And it's nice to just get things out and just be like, here's some music, just relax and ease yourself into the week. Or it's like a powerful track and be like, yes, let's go, let's kick this week's ass, not this ass's week. That's wrong. Anyway, Brain, we can do that. Yeah, so it's great to have a group where you can just be like, here's a positivity, we'll shove it in your face and you can accept it, or that's it. That's your only option.
That's your only option. Well, and it just makes me feel good that I mean, even if people may not particularly see it, I at least feel that I'm doing something to help, you know. And so I don't know. It makes me feel good that I can bring that to the community, or at least try to.
Yeah. Cool. So, let's now step away from the community side of things and talk about you and your things. What do you do online? I know that you do videos. Can you tell us a bit about your channel and what kind of videos you do?
I have a channel called The Derp Diaries that I started with some friends. Asian Cookies and at Sarah's Ranson on the site. Not at Sarah's Ranson. Sarah's Ranson on the site. And we just make gameplay videos where typically and totally unplanned we just derp our way through the games. Hence the Derp Diary. So it's basically just us being retarded playing video games. And on top of that, I have a collaboration show with Carly or at Khens. Why do I keep saying at? It's not Twitter. Khens. And it comes out every Wednesday, and it's called You Can't Sit With Us. Well, we kind of changed it to You Can't Rage With Us, because there's been lots of rage in the past couple of videos. But basically, with that, we just kind of run through multiplayer and pretend to pose.
Cool. Well, the first game you played was what? It was Batman. No, it was the Gotham City
Imposters. I love that game.
And then the next ones were Destiny, as far as I'm aware. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been enjoyable to watch. Yes.
Well, I'm so glad. Yeah, we've got lots of good feedback, so I'm very excited. We have, her and I have some big plans just for that particular show, and then I have some very big plans also for the Derp Diaries channel. So lots of big things coming. I'm very excited.
Cool. So you play games in your videos, but not when you're recording videos. What kind of games do you typically gravitate towards?
Typically first-person shooters. That's my kind of thing.
Okay.
And mainly Destiny. Lots and lots of Destiny. I don't think I've played anything since it came out.
Yeah, I mean, since it's come out, I've heard so many different opinions and views about it. I'm actually trying to work on something right now that is just my opinions of Destiny without me having picked up the game. So, like, it's really difficult because like a lot of people are like, it's a lot of fun, and all the reviews are like, it's not very good. And I'm just like, wow, this doesn't really. I don't know what to think. But I've just been listening to a podcast that, like, really succinctly put how they feel the game is, and it's made me go, actually, I think I could get this game. I think I might enjoy it. It's really difficult to not be playing it when everyone else is, and everyone be like, it's all right. And yeah, it's just one of those things that's just really weird to experience when everyone has the game.
Yeah, I haven't. Everybody that I know that is like big into first-person shooters, all they've been playing is Destiny as well. So I couldn't imagine not having it right now, because I'd be sitting there watching all my friends' videos of them playing Destiny, and I'd just be a sad puppy.
Yeah, I log on to Xbox Live comes up. It's like, oh, you've got 11 friends online, all of whom are playing Destiny. Or I assume are playing Destiny because there's like 3 parties on the Xbox One. And I've already got my 360, and I'm just sitting here. I can see 4 people playing it on Xbox 360. I'm just like, I just can't. No. But yeah, cool. So what's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts, actually.
Oh my god, I love that game. I'm playing through it at the moment.
I have.
I saw this. It was this like collector's tin with 7 different keyblades in it. I think they were chrome, and I was just like, oh my god, they look so good. I just want to get them.
I want one. I want a keyblade. Yeah,
I'm currently just playing through Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. So I'm playing through.
Yes, I have that as
HD remix. So
yeah, I have that as well. I don't have a PS3 at the moment because when I bought it, I was living with someone who had one.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna be getting one soon because I am determined to fight through Recoded Chain of Memories. Cause that game is so hard, and I have yet to beat it, but I want to play every single Kingdom Hearts game, so I am determined to, even if I have to try and find a walkthrough or whatever, I will beat that game just to say that I beat it, because it is a pain in the butt. Like,
yeah, it is. Yeah, because you've got to get all the cards right, and it's just.
And if you use one wrong card, you're screwed for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you can ruin your deck for. It can be so frustrating.
But I'm super excited because 2.5 comes out December 2nd.
I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait for it. It's like, oh my god, this Christmas is going to be the best. Oh, my birthday's
It is. I can't, but the thing that sucks is the Halo Master Chief Collection is coming out in December as well. So I've got to be like, what do I... Most likely I'll be spending most of my time on Kingdom Hearts because they have a game on there that I never got a chance to finish either. Because it's 2.5. It's 2 Birth by Sleep, and what's the other one?
I can't remember the other one.
I can't remember the third one. The cutscenes for. What is it?
I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that coming out. I'm just like.
I was they finally had a release date. I think I was at work when I realized that they finally put like a release date on it, and I squealed. And my office, there's a guy that shares my office with me. He looked at me. He was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "Kingdom Hearts 2.5 has a release date," and he just like, it was funny.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
It's just they're just like, oh, okay, and just like slowly move away and just no, it's a really good thing. Really good thing.
It is. He's a gamer, but he's a PC gamer, so he's not into the whole Kingdom Hearts thing. But when I saw the announcement for Kingdom Hearts 3 during E3 like 2 years ago, I nearly fell out of my chair. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was seeing things. I seriously almost fell out of my chair. I couldn't believe it. So excited.
Cool. So, one other thing I want to talk about is you said recently that you've been really into anime. What animes have you been enjoying recently, and what are you, I guess, currently watching?
I recently finished Attack on Titan, which was amazing. I finished Blue Exorcist. I finished Sword Art Online. I'm currently actually in Sword Art Online 2, but I was waiting for more episodes to come out. What else did I watch?
Did you watch Kill la Kill?
No, I haven't. I haven't. Somebody has suggested that, so I will be watching that. But I finished this one called Noragami, which is very good. It's only like 12 episodes, which is depressing. But I will be reading the manga to that because I want to know more. I finished a lot. I can't remember all of them, but I'm currently in the middle of Dead Man Wonderland because I heard good things about that, and it was only 13 episodes, and Black Butler, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood too. Those are the 3 that are on my list, and then after that probably Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill and Angel Beats.
Ah, cool. Gurren Lagann's amazing.
Yeah, my
completely absolute. It's just totally ridiculous, but it's so good.
I'm gonna check it out, but Dead Man Wonderland has got me hooked right now, and then so does Black Butler. So I'm gonna try and finish those 2.
So we have reached the point in the show where we're going to start wrapping things up, I guess. But first, I would like you to ask me a question. It can be anything. So, what do you want to know?
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars, because I've never really been into Star Trek at all. I've watched the latest films, Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness, and while they're cool, my dad was always a Star Wars fan, and he brought me up watching Star Wars. We'd watch it frequently. We had it on VHS, and then we got the special editions once the DVDs came out, and I really, really want the Blu-ray collection, actually, because I don't have it. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'm just like, Star Wars is so good, but I've never given Star Trek a chance. So I don't want
Star Wars is better.
I don't want to be unfair and say that it's rubbish, because I'm sure it has its place. But
I wouldn't say it's rubbish. I would just say that Star Wars is better.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, for me, it's going to be Star Wars. It's always going to be Star Wars, and based on what Kevin Smith said about visiting Star Wars 7 set, I'm massively excited for Star Wars Episode 7. And I heard this the day after he went and visited the set on it. He did his podcast Hollywood Babylon from London, and it was put out a few weeks later on his podcast network. And he'd been the day before he recorded the podcast in London to the set, and he was there, and he was talking about it in the sense that there were things he couldn't say whether he'd been or not, but his co-host Ralph Garman, he asked him like loads of questions, and he wasn't answering yes or no, but he was nodding or shaking his head, and it was just so funny. It was so good. So we were there, and everyone was just so in the audience was just hooked on everything Kevin Smith had to say about it, and it's just like we're all so captivated. So I'm really looking forward to Episode 7 based on what he said. So yeah, Star Wars, not Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's a long answer for a simple question. So yeah, great. So thank you very much, Jordan, for being my guest. Promote yourself away. Where can we find you online? On the Roosterteeth site, on YouTube, and on Twitter if you're on there. I'm sure you are.
Yes, I am on Twitter at Miss Jinx with 2 I's and Jinx. I am on the Roosterteeth site as LovelySins. And youtube.com/Derp Diaries Gaming. And the Derp Diaries also has a Twitter at Derp Diaries.
Cool.
I think that's it. Yes.
Excellent.
So, yes. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I was about to say thank you very much for being my guest. And with that, thanks very much for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.